Hey everybody, it's Eric from the MMG. Welcome to our channel. We're checking out Caribbean Legend. This is a pirate sandbox game that bills itself as Mountain Blade and Sid Meier's Pirates combination, and two of my favorite games of all time, so I'm very excited to be checking this out. There is a free sandbox mode that's actually coming out February the 13th, where you can check out the game yourself in sandbox mode, see if it's something you're interested in. What we're checking out today is an early look at the campaign, which is coming out on February 15th, so a couple days later. It billed itself as having over 200 hours of playtime through the campaign, which is a crazy amount. And I'm very excited to jump in and check this game out. Alright, now we're going to jump into this game and see what it has to offer. If you missed my first video, I covered the different captains and the different archetypes that you can play for the classes. So go back and check that video out, because I'm not going to cover that in detail here, because for the story mode, only Charles, who is trying to find his lost brother, is the captain that you have to be. So you can see start story mode selected over here. And you can go ahead and switch the different styles if you want here. I'm going to stay with the duelist for this, but we're going to start the story, go through the campaign a little bit, and kind of check it out. Alright, damn my eyes, land at last. I need to drink all the rum, smoke all the tobacco, and fuck every wench in the city. Wow, okay. But first, we have to get to shore. Wake up, Monsieur, whatever your name is, we have arrived. Okay, so this must be our first mate, obviously. It's morning already. What is this goddamn heat and humidity? Get used to it. This is the only weather we have here. It could be worse. How could it be worse? I'm only wearing a linen shirt, and I got sweat streaming down my back like a whore in church. You'll see. Hurricane season. That's right, hurricanes. Jeez. You don't want to swim to Montego, do you? Don't forget your effects. Yes, I need to. Where's my sword? You aren't in Europe anymore. Be careful. People here don't welcome those who ask too many questions and poke their nose into affairs that aren't theirs. These are troubled times. Scuttlebutt says the company of the American islands sold the island to Montego to some religious fanatics, crusaders or some shit like that. I still haven't noticed anything unusual, at least looking onto shore from deck. But since I've been gone for a while, a lot could have changed in my absence. Crusaders? Sounds like nonsense to me. Whatever it is, nonsense or not, rumors are rampant. We've already enough trouble as it is. Cannibals in the jungle, tropic fever, pirates, bandits in the alleyways, to say nothing of the Spanish and English. Here we go again. Right now, the only kind of trouble I see is oppressive heat and mosquitoes. Alright, I'm ready. Shall we go? Head topside and step into the longboat. Welcome to the Caribbean. Okay. Alright, Gregory. Welcome to the colonies. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Gregory. You are new to our colony, correct? Greetings. My name is Charles, and yes, I am disembarked. I don't think I've seen you before. Do I know you? No, you don't, but I can't miss an opportunity to introduce myself to a fine nobleman like yourself. I remember my first day here, the day of my arrival to the new world. Things are different here. The local lifestyle may ruin your health and wallet. That's why I'm offering you the modest help free of charge, which is quite rare here, I assure you. I can familiarize you with our colony and archipelago. Consider it a little tour. It's very kind, so I can accept it or I can deny the offer. Let's go ahead and take the tour, since we don't know where we're at or what we're doing. I'm glad to hear that. It's my pleasure. Well, let me introduce you to some basics. Most colonies are built with similar layouts. A settlement on the shore, protected by a fort and city walls with gates. Nobles, rich folks, soldiers, sailors, merchants, mercenaries, and criminals. All of them live together within the walls. Sometimes you'll meet captains, monks, gypsies, and beggars as well. You won't find any Indians on the streets, though. Those savages make people uneasy. If you want to see Indians, you'll have to go out into the jungle. Follow me, I'll show you some of our local establishments. So first glance, obviously, Sid Meier's Pirates, you couldn't walk through the cities, but obviously Mountain Blade you could. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Sea Dogs, which is another game I think they mentioned as this game being like. So, all right, this is the most important place in any colony, the tavern. Yes, in Europe, these places may be considered a den of scum and villainy, but here in the New World, it's a different. A bartender can offer you room to sleep in, some rum, juicy gossip, and a job. If you need information, try talking with the patrons here. Buy a drunkard another drink, and you may get something interesting in return. Or not. Gambling is a popular pastime, but beware of cheaters. If you catch someone cheating, don't hesitate to kill him on the spot. Damn. Okay. Nobody will judge you for that. I mean, I kind of like that. You just told me I can murder people if they cheat on me. Tavern is also a place where you can hire crew and officers for your ship. If you own one, remember the tavern has information, work crew, and entertainment. Okay? Tavern, high-end. We're traveling. Alright. Graphics obviously aren't the best. I don't normally care about graphics if the game is, obviously a sandbox like it says. I would kind of worry more about the gameplay. So, all right, the store is a trading center of any colony. Captains visit this place as often as the shipyard. Here you can purchase munitions, supplies, or goods to trade. Commerce is quite tricky. First, it takes time to find the best place to buy or sell. Second, you need some decent trading skills to bargain with the local merchants. That is why most captains hire pursers to conduct business in their steeds. So don't forget to hire a professional when or if you get a ship of your own. This is critical. You don't want to waste money out here. One mistake and you'll be ruined. One last thing, merchants and stores often can offer you delivery contracts. You may find them useful in the future. Alright, and this is the prison, filthy place. The really bad criminals end up with a noose around their necks quickly, so mostly the small fries are kept here. If you want to chat with him, speak to the prison guard. He will allow you to enter for a small fee, or even for free if you are persuasive enough. It can provide useful, but remember that lowlifes can't be trusted, although they can always talk sweetly and protest their innocence behind bars. Guy walks kind of funny, doesn't he? It's alright. Again, not worried about that. I'm very interested to see what the fencing, the combat's like, melee combat, and then also pistols. And the ship combat obviously is going to be a big part of it. I like that it said that we can hire a purser to kind of take care of our stuff, trading and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see how much it actually does. We'll have to check that out. This is a marketplace. Traders sell and buy everything you need. An armorer can provide you with blades, firearms, arms, munitions, and so on. Good equipment is rare, though, so don't expect to find a masterpiece of the armorer's craft just lying around about here. Such things come at great price and risk. A herbalist can offer health potions, mixtures, antidotes, plants, ingredients, and if you're lucky, recipes. But why am I even telling you that? You're not an alchemist, right? The gypsies offer pagan amulets and useless crap like bat corpses. Some folks claim to know the use for such things, but it's all nonsense. Monks sell candles, holy talismans, and other blessed trinkets. Crosses, rings, writing tools, and the junkmen sell garbage as well as miscellaneous items, but if you have the necessary craft skills, you can make something useful out of tortoise combs, nails, and ropes. This guy's very sure of himself. Brothel, the world's oldest profession. Every man visits such places, otherwise they'd be out of business. Even noblemen do, at the cost of their reputation. But be aware of that. Be nice to the girls, and they can tell you interesting things. There's no better cure for your mind and your body if your health is poor. Give the girls a visit. You may also drink a special potion to fix your health. Yet it's rare and not nearly as fun. Oh, and when I say your health, I don't mean scratches on your skin. You'll get hit a lot. But if they hit you hard and often, or if you drink too many strong health potions, eventually you will ruin your constitution. Watch your condition, rest if needed, or suffer the consequences. Pirates can almost literally resurrect you. Priests can almost literally resurrect you, but do that as a last resort because it can be ruinously expensive. Ruinously, that's a fun word. I liked Sid Meier's Pirates' way of handling death. If your ship got sunk, or if you lost in fencing, it would go back to the battle or whatever. But the fact that you would lose your ship and I think all your money, wasn't it? Or maybe you keep a little bit. I can't remember, but that was kind of a nice way. This is the house of the moneylender or unsurer. Banker. Their lot go by many different names. I was going to say I've never heard of an unsurer, but that's cool. Very rude ones. You may think whatever you want of them, but their service can help you a lot. You can deposit money, exchange doubloons and pesos, sell or buy jewelry. If you have a positive reputation, you can even loan some coin, but be careful. Unsurers offer the best prices for gems, jewels, and other valuable trinkets. Always visit them to sell things. They are powerful people, so don't cross them. By the way, this game actually doesn't have background music, at least in this portion, and it really bothered me, so I downloaded some free music that was pirate-themed to play for you guys. The video description will have a link to them and, showing that it's free to stream this music, so check them out. It's actually pretty good, and it was pretty easy to get a hold of, so. And since this is an early access version, they may add background music at release. Don't forget that. I know I mentioned it at the beginning, but I'll say it again. Things may be drastically different from the version you're seeing here because I do have an early access copy. Maybe some placeholders, maybe some missing music, etc., etc. All right. Behold the governor's palace. This is the home and the office of the most important man in the colony. Nobles visit the palace for balls and parties. Businessmen and captains come here to solve both official and personal matters. It's always wise to be on the governor's friends list. He has a lot of influence on the citizens of the nation he represents. Privateers can also earn good money working for governors who are able to buy out prisoners of war. If you are wealthy and want to establish good relationships with His Excellency, he may even honor you by gambling with you for some high stakes. It seems that you are impatient, my friend. Are you in a hurry? Well, yes. To be frank, I came here to find my brother, and I was told that he must be here in St. Pierre. He is an important man. The governor must know him. I see. So you want to pay His Excellency a visit and ask him about your brother. Well, I won't delay you any further then. Our governor is called Jaxis. I'm not going to try that. And I'm sure he will do what he can. Tell me, who else might be able to help me? Perhaps it was unwise to trouble His Excellency about such trifling matters. You said that your brother is well known here. Ask around the streets. Eventually you'll find someone who can help. What's your brother's name? Michael. Yes, I've heard of that name before, but I've never been introduced to the man, so I can't help you. Good luck. I'm sure we can meet again. Mercy. Alright, looks like the intro tour is over. It's exciting. Alright. I don't think we're going to visit the governor. Seemed like they was telling us not to visit the governor, so we'll talk to this guy real quick. Hey, do you have any water by chance? I'm dying of thirst. Well, if I can find him some water. There's a fountain, dude. Just take a drink. Alright, guys. So, I already walked around the town. Could not find anyone who knew anything about my brother. So, I've came back to the mayor's house to talk to him. I don't know if this is the right move or not. I kind of like that I could have maybe missed something, but yeah, that's where we're at. I cut all that out because it was just a lot of me running around talking to everybody. Pretty boring stuff, to be honest. But now we're coming in the mayor's house. I think this is probably where I should have went in the first place, so that's why we're here. All right, what is it that you want, monsieur? Hello, your grace. I've just arrived from Paris. I'm looking for Michael. Perhaps you could aid me in my search. You're looking for Michael? Interesting. What do you need him for? I'm his brother. My father told me that Michael's in trouble and needs help. So are you? I don't remember Michael having any brothers. You know, you look very suspicious to me. So I'm arresting you for further investigation, Lieutenant. Detain this man, but your lordship. Okay, well, maybe that wasn't the right move. Maybe that was. I don't know. Halt your weapons at once and follow us. What the devil is this? Ooh, wait, can I fight my way out of this? Oh, nope. Okay. Well, but now we're definitely in prison. Get out. Anything. A little punch. Oh, here comes somebody. Okay, good day to you, Charles. Let me introduce myself. I am Philip, and what the hell have you put me in this prison? It's inappropriate. I'm a French nobleman, and... Listen to me, young man. Don't interrupt me. You're talking with the governors general of the French colonies in the Caribbean archipelago. I'll forgive you your tone only because of your ignorance about who I'm talking to, but I recommend you be more restrained in the future. Forgive me, Your Excellency. Better. Now, concerning your previous question, you were considered by mistake a Spanish spy and put under arrest until your status is cleared. Blasted Castilians have become more active recently. Therefore, I've ordered to detain all suspicious people. But we know who you are now. You are really Charles, a brother of Michael, and I personally came down here in order to release you, and you are yelling at me like a little boy. Pardon me again, Your Excellency. Am I free? Yes, you are, but I want to talk to you privately with you before a sergeant will open your cell. Do you know that your brother, one of the most worthiest warriors of the Maltese order, was arrested and put under guard? I only knew that my brother was in trouble and needs help. That's why I came here from Paris. Glad to hear that. I want you to know that your brother's in serious trouble. I have got all reasons to suspect him of abuse of authority, misappropriation of the property, and in a pre-jury, but you can help him. Monsieur, could you tell me more? I don't get it. Michael was the pride of the order, and I thought so. We all did. But his recent actions made us unconfident in his loyalty to the order. Too unconfident, so he was put under arrest. Michael will tell you the details himself. He will explain to you how you could help him and take accusations and to avoid a disgrace. Where is my brother now? You told me that he's in prison, but I haven't seen him around. Did I say imprisoned, young man? Are you even listening? I said he's under arrest. It's not the same thing. Michael is being kept under arrest in the underground base of St. Pierre, which is property of the Order of Maltese. I'll allow you to visit the base unlimitedly and talk with your brother as often as you think you need. The officers and soldiers of the Order are aware of my instructions, and they will not stop you. What is that underground base? Where is it? Excuse me. It's here in St. Pierre, of course. Find the local prison and enter the door with the symbols of the Order. Go down the stairs to the casement of the second level of a basement, and your brother will be there. That's it. I hope we can meet again, Charles. Sergeant. Please wait, Your Excellency. And what about my belongings, my sword, and the rest? Your things were confiscated for repayment of your brother's debt. Farewell. What the F? Right? Great, I have nothing. The door's still locked. Oh, okay. There we go. Alright, so now we're out. Minus our sword and our jewels. Interesting. The rat, that's cool. Alright, so we are out of jail. Let's see what we can do here. Let's start up music. Hold on. Received an order from the prison warden. You may pass freely. All right. No business. Okay, I think we just gotta get out of here. You were searching for Michael, and you are his brother? Yes, that's correct. I am his brother, Charles. I need to see him right away. He's gotten into trouble, hasn't he? Fortunately, he has. Michael was under arrest and locked in our prison. The general of the French colonies himself given and signed the order. All of us were shocked. Your brother is an example of manhood, firmness, and courage, a pride of our order. The worst part is that we, his friends, have to lock his cell and guard him as a criminal. We do everything to ease his state, but prison is a prison. What? So what is he being accused of? Has he committed a crime? Nonsense, a pure nonsense. They have accused Michael of peculation and stealing money of the state. Ridiculous. All of us are sure that it was just a political game. Michael had been taking part in a secret operation of the order. Perhaps he learned more than he should have. Or something else. But stealing money? Nobody believes that. It's just a pretense, not a reason. Such a rude and stupid pretense. But enough words. Your brother is looking forward to see you. I'm sure he will tell you everything himself. Good. Where is the prison located? It's located in an underground base here in the city. Follow me and I'll show you the way. Alright, here we are. This is our base of operations, the Caribbean Charter of the Military Hospitaller, Order of the St. John. Oh my gosh, what a name. The casements are below us. Go down the hall, past the dining room, and to the chapel. The stairs will take you to the lower level. Look for a corridor lined with cells. You will find your brother in one near the back. Go, Charles, and God be with you. Please help Michael. He is blameless. Everyone here is ready to swear on it. The whole reason I came to this shithole is to see my brother. I hope I'm able to get him out of this predicament at last. Out of my way! Must find my brother! It said last cell, so that'd be the first cell, huh? One of the last cells, I think so. This is weird. It's like a little church building in this sumbitch. Oh, maybe down here? This is a weird layout. Brother Michael, where are you? Oh, not there, so we're not in this area. Oh, here's a connection. These cells are tiny. Brother! Why does it make me work so hard to find you? There he is! Alright. Michael, pleased to see you, brother. I understand, of course, that it will be hard for you to believe, but I'm happy as hell you're here. Yeah, look at him. He's so happy. So while you were on your high horse with your society, Charles was the embarrassment of the family. A measly artist, a gigolo, and a court knight? And now that you're clapped behind bars by your own companions, you not only remember you're good for nothing, brother, a street rat, but you're happy as hell to see him too. Charles, you... I'm not done yet. You have the gall to manipulate our father's feelings to serve yourself. Just so you know, I did not come here sweltering heated hellhole where mosquitoes literally chew you to death for you, but for our poor father. Really, Charles? Since when do you care about your family? Let's be honest, brother. Everyone in Paris knows who your father is. You may carry the family name of Demure, but you don't want to have the moniker name dishonored. Because in that case, you won't be able to use your lineage in order to tell everyone fictional stories about your heroic deeds. Am I right? The doors of the best houses of Paris will be closed for you, and they won't let you come closer than a mile to the Lorraine. Do you really believe that you're... Oh man, this is long. Blah, yes, we hate each other. Yes, blah. Okay, fighting for the battlefield. Cheat the masters and lords. Okay. I guess you've arrived here straight from the bed of some married girl. Am I correct, Charles? What is wrong with your face? Did I hit that nerve? You. Alright, brother. We're exchange barbs. Yes, we did for way too long, game. Come on. I agree I'm not perfect, but you're no angel either. Charles, this really isn't the time to quarrel. We both have the same goal, to save the honor and dignity of the family. Okay, let's try it out, but can you explain to me what you're being accused of? Officially, it sounds like it's about the expedition of the society's money. In reality, it's much deeper. So you've appropriated your organization's money? Well, well. I told you those were official charges. I did not take a single... I don't know, was that a penny? Louis d'Or? Here's how it went down, you see. I can't explain everything to you in details as long as I'm behind bars. I don't have the moral right to oh my god, this is so terrible. Disseminate the secrets of our society. Please try to explain, dear brother. I have the right to know, don't you think? Fine, I had received money from a very dangerous and delicate operation which was supposed to shift political balance in the Caribbean. I was acting by direct orders of the Philip, I think that's the mayor, right? He is the general governor of the French colonies, oh maybe not. But the operation failed despite all my efforts. He'd fit anger due to the fact that all his long shot plans went up in the air. He had personally signed the order for my arrest and made sure it was executed. He then came here and declared that he would accuse me of peculation and treason against the order if my relatives or I wouldn't return the money spent on the operation. Here's a fine how you do. Where is the money? Is the money that, as far as I understand, our family has to pay for your muffs. It was spent on preparing the operation, bribes, organizing the expeditions, purchasing all sorts of goods and merchandise and equipment. I had a rather large expense, just like you said. What was the sum of that money? 1 million. Murdy, you're kidding me, right? Do I look like someone in a joking mood? No, dear brother, this is the bitter truth. We are going to need to deliver 1 million pesos. But goddamn, our family has nowhere near the kind of money. We couldn't put that much together in 20 years. If I wasn't behind bars, restricted by my own obligations to society, I would make it in 6 months to a year. A year and a half at most. Charles, this is the new world. Everything's different here. A motivated, ambitious man can make a fortune for himself here without dedicating his whole life to it like in Europe. 1.5 million a year? Are you nuts? If you're so sure, then why don't you tell your Deponte or whatever his name is, about that. Let him release you. Put your best foot forward. Oh, don't talk rubbish, Charles. There's no way he's going to release me for this cell. If that was that easy, I wouldn't have asked for your help. So I'm the one who has to come up with the money for your freedom. Not just my freedom, or have you forgotten? Shall we return back to the conversation about the palaces, balls, and sex with noble whores? Yes, Charles, you're the one that has to do it, of course. You would like to keep carrying on with your Mauritius life in Paris, just like yourself, just like before. You would like that, wouldn't you, brother? But god damn it, where the hell am I supposed to get it? You know some old woods around here where whatever his name is grow instead of leaves? Oh, it's money. The whole new world represents a grove of money trees, yet people are too lazy to lift their dumb heads up and stretch out their hands to the branches. Don't worry, Charles, you will do just fine. I've been knowing you since our childhood, and I would never waste my time persuading our father to send you here if I thought you were dumb or lazy. Despite of your downside I have mentioned before, you are brave, ambitious, smart, and your tongue is hung well enough that you know how to handle a rapier, which is an extremely important skill to know here. Thank you very much. Has my dear brother really denied to give me praise? And I thought I was nothing but a pitiful artist, a courtier. Cut the bullshit. Do we have an agreement or not? Sorry, brother, it slipped out. I was just unsure of hearing those words from you. It's like a street whore preaching about saving a soul. Let's proceed, brother. As I said, you have everything it takes to become successful here. Only that you are not alone. I will help you, advise you on what to do and how to do it the right way. Listen to me. We're in a flying colors, believe me. You won't find someone to replace my experience. Are you ready to hold off on the trash talking and finally get to the point? Yes, it looks like I'm staying here for a while. All right, I'm all ears, Michael. Yes, brother, you're going to stay here for a while. It's good that you can see that now. So, if some Cursens is waiting for you to return back to Paris, I suggest you forget about her, but don't feel bad about it. Local girls have their own charms, though they really like men, strong and pushy, even rough. So if you're going to fuck some colony girl, don't count on poetry. Discussions about paintings or walking under the moon, they won't approve. Alright, brother, have you been struck by a bolt of windbaggery? Let's get to the point. I'm willing to listen to your advice, but not your fool. Splendid. In order for you to have any kind of success, you're going to need to own a ship. The Caribbean is an archipelago. You do know that, right? Life is intertwined with the sea. A man with his own ship has an endless horizon of earning potential. But I'm not a sailor. Then it's time to become one. You've got no other choice, anyway. You didn't think of becoming a port office clerk or registering at a garrison, did you? No, then you'll be a captain. What turn of events in my career, and where will I find myself a ship? There's an excellent lugger waiting at our local shipyard. It isn't big, but it's a very comfortable boat, just right for making the first steps into the arena of a sailor. This lugger was built just for me. I put down a deposit of 5,000 pesos for the vessel with the help of my friends. Make your way to the shipbuilder and tell him that Michael sent you. He'll understand what you're there for. The ship only costs 5,000. That's kind of weird. Brother, are you listening to me? 5,000 is just for the deposit. The lugger's price is around 20,000 pesos, so you'll have to earn the rest of the money yourself. Besides that, you'll need to hire a crew and a navigator. Great. And how will I get it? No big surprise in that. Earn it. Hell else. Money can't be found behind every bush here. You'll just have to know where to look and not to fear adversity. Walk around the different establishments around here, have a talk with the local people. You're sure to get some kind of work. But be careful, there are a lot more con artists than there are honest people. If you're not an honest man, you may try stealing something valuable from houses. But we are nobility, right? Title means shit here. Work, fight, steal, just like everyone else. After you buy a boat, hire a crew. You won't be able to steer the boat yourself in the beginning, so you'll need a navigator. You can talk about all this with the owner of the tavern. He'll help you. And make sure you don't get lost, of course. When you depart to sea, set sail straight to Guadalupe? No, that's not how you say that. Whatever. What is that, a town? It's an island almost 2 days away from here. Try to acquire a map of the archipelago as soon as you can and learn it like the Lord's Prayer. You won't look like a moron to everyone, and you can tell the difference between a town and an island. You're going to have to sail around the archipelago a lot, so prepare ahead of time. Okay. Find a man there by the name of Piratey. He has his own house not far away from the pier. Tell him you know me and ask him to repay his debt. He lost quite a hand to me in a game of cards. The money you receive will help you get on your feet unless it's to get things going. What do you mean? I mean, I use the money to earn even more money and so on, by trading, for example. We will return to this conversation later. Now you should deal with the ship. Sell to Guadalupe, or however you say that. Find that fat Muscovy and beat the debt out of him. No, literally, of course. Piratey is a very respectable man and a friend of the local governor there himself, so there's no point in quarreling. On the contrary, try to make friends with him. Get back to me as soon as you have the money. Understood, brother? Got it? Oh, wait. What did I do to deserve this punishment? Don't sorrow, Charles. Accept it as an inevitable evil or as a good thing. Later on, you'll be grateful to face to the fate that your life has taken to this kind of twist you. Brother, finally had the opportunity to do something to prove you're a real man. You might even become a decent human being. Alright, start tutorial. That crap again? Skip tutorial. Brother, I don't have time for this. I want to skip the boring parts and get going to the high seas immediately. The sooner I have a ship, the sooner... Well, I think we need to do the tutorial. No. Don't take it the wrong way. Alright, Charles, don't waste your time. You know what to do. I'll be waiting for you coming... Yeah, from the captain. I'll try not to let you down. Alright. Woo! That's a long bit of story dialogue. Alright, so we have our mission, though. We're going to sail to the G Island and find that gentleman Piratey. We also have to get a crew, I believe, and go to the shipbuilder. So we have a lot happening right now. Oh, I can't get out. What did I do wrong? Is there another exit, perhaps? I really like first person better. Oh man, I need to go up higher. There we go. Oh, you again, my friend. I see that they have let you inside St. Pierre's holy place, the headquarters of the Knights of Malta. You must be important. Found your brother? Yes, I did. Forgive me, but you look quite morose. I was going to get the hell out of this shithole and back to France, yet it appears God has other plans. It looks like I'll have to stay here for a damn long time, and the worst part is I must become a common sailor. That's quite a sudden change in your fate, but don't be sad. You aren't going to be just any sailor. To be the captain of your own ship is a very respectable position. You did inherit a ship. You do intend to buy a ship, right? Oh, that's exactly what I must do. All I need is to find a shipyard and some money as soon as possible. Trouble is I don't know where the hell the shipyard is to be found, how to sell a vessel, or where to get money. I wish I could fill your pockets with gold, but I'm just as broke as you are. However, I can fill your head with knowledge you're so desperately need. Interested? Yes, that'd be great. Follow me then. Let's get started with the main thing, the ships. Alright, wow. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, though. though the story's way longer than I would have liked. I read too much dialogue. I do like the story. I do like how we're getting started, how we're becoming a pirate this way. I mean, most of the games you just start out as a pirate. You're just naturally a pirate. You really don't have a backstory. This game's definitely set that up, so that's kind of cool. The shipyard. Every colony has one, a place to sell or buy a sea vessel, and also to repair her. Be aware that our shipyards have nothing in common with the grand shipyards of the good old Europe. There are colonies. They don't build galleons or ships of the line here. Local masters can build luggers, schooners, and sloops. Very rarely you'll see brigs and barkentines, but sometimes privateers bring prize ships they captured, and shipbuilders buy them for cheap, repair them, and sell them for profit. I once saw a frigate on the price list. Locally made ships also have poor characteristics, so don't worry though. Pricing on small and cheap vessels will allow you to progress and allow you to eventually master something better. Oh, and the shipyard is also the place to buy cannons. There are several types of guns that you can get installed in your vessel, provided, of course, that she can carry them. Every vessel has limitations. You'll never be able to put 24-pounders in a lugger. Remember that the big caliber guns are rare and expensive. On the bright side, such guns can literally vaporize enemy hulls, crews, and ships themselves. One last thing, shipyards also provide services for aesthetics. They can paint your sails and draw emblems or coats of arms. Painting her red might not make her go faster, but it'll make her look much fancier. Alright. This is the pier, the heart of any port I used to sail in the past, so let me tell you about some seamen. First, remember the most important thing, don't ever try to steer a vessel if you haven't got good enough points on your navigation skill. When the requirement is not met, then your other skills will suffer, and so do your officers. You will fight worse, shoot worse, trade worse, and so on. That means that if you attempt to steer a man of war with your current navigation skill, you will not get far. The ship will handle like a large wooden tub. How do I learn navigation? Time and patience. At the moment, you can handle a tartan or a longboat, but you can and should hire a navigator. Normally they can be found in taverns along with other mercenaries. Always check their skill level first in case it's not high enough for your ship. You will experience the very same problems I mentioned before. How do I know how many points of navigation I need in order to control a particular ship? The ship's rank determines it. For example, I'm experienced enough, 45 points, to control a 4th ranked vessel without penalties. Brigs, barkentines, flutes, expots, and corvettes require more, so I won't be able to use them properly. There are even 2nd ranked ships like frigates and heavy galleons. As for the giant ships in the line are men of the war, only experts navigation can control such monsters. It takes years to master the skill, and don't forget the money. A battleship for her crew can empty your purses in a month if you're not as rich as King Louis himself. Mind your officers' positions. A boat swan trains your crew and makes boarding more effective. A purser will perform financial activities in your place and rid your ship from rats. A physician heals your wounded men and lowers the amount that die in battle. A ship joiner repairs any damage done to the ship, and boarding officers save your skin when pirates start swarming your deck. Pay attention to the skills of the candidates and their reputation. Reputation? Exactly, every man has one. It shows a man for what he really is. If you're an honorable man and try to do good, then look for officers who share your ideas. And if you want to be a pirate, well, you get the idea. Honest folks will work for scum. The opposite is also true. Got it. Now let's talk about types of ships. There are 2 types, merchantmen and warships. Merchantmen or trade ships have large cargo holds and tend to be slower. Warships are faster and have stronger guns at the expense of cargo capacity. Barks, flutes, and carracks are good, solid trade ships. Luggers, brigs, and corvettes are warships. There are hybrids of course ships which are suitable for both trading and fighting, snows, schooners, and galleons. Ships also have different rigging arrangements. Some are mostly square rigged, and some are mostly fore and aft rigged, which form the ship's best course angle. Yes, it determines how your rigging is affected by the wind and on which course your vessel will make the best speed she is capable of. Once you're at sea, find the arrow on the main minimap. That will be your course angle. That's a bit confusing to me, but I guess I should learn in time. Next, your crew. You and your crew are nothing without the men who man it. Every sailor knows how to do 3 things: how to deal with rigging, how to operate cannons, and how to fight. Every nation excels only in one of these three activities. For example, Spain has the best fighters in the world, and their borders wear armor, so grape shot, slicing, and stabbing are not quite as effective against them. I'm talking about small arms, of course. Cannon, grape shot doesn't give a damn about body armor. Visit the Tavern of Spain, England, and France if you want to make a dream crew. Watch your men's morale. Provide them with rum, whores, and coin on a regular basis. Do you know that your men will die for you if fail to do so, and they'll mutiny? A motivated professional is worth 10 rookies in a fight. Also, don't forget about a physician or develop your own medical skills in order to prevent extra casualties. Now, a few words about naval battles. The Caribbean is dangerous, crawling with Spanish patrols and pirates, so eventually you will engage them in the open sea. Ship cannons will use four types of ammo, cannonballs, grape shot, cannon shot, and bombs. Cannonballs are all-purpose and the cheapest to buy, but they also have the biggest effective firing range. They tear the enemy cells, destroy their hulls, and kill their crew. Chain shots have a decent range of fire. Their purpose is to eliminate an enemy rigging in order to slow them down. They are good to use when you want to chase or flee. If you are lucky, you may even take down a whole mass. Bombs, use them if you want to sink your opponent's vessel. Bombs do the biggest damage to the hull, but they have the second shortest range of fire, so you'll need to come close first, which may prove fatal. They also cost the most of all shells. Grape shots are your best choice if you want to board and capture an enemy ship. These nasty little boats wipe out people, but the shortest firing range makes them risky to use, but it can be worth it. Hold your fire if you're not sure whether you can deal enough damage. Every volley comes at a price of gunpowder and cannon conditions. They can explode sometimes, especially if you shoot too often. Always maneuver. Try to make a better position relative to the wind. If the enemy is too dangerous and you can't flee, try to provoke them to shoot you constantly from a distance without taking damage. This trick will eventually empty their gunpowder supplies. It may take days, so you'd better find cover like rocks or coastal line. Of course, such tactics will not work in the open sea. Mines also a fine way to sink them all. Taunt them to choose you and drop mines. Every mine requires a decent amount of powder, but even one can almost destroy a lugger. Get a spyglass and use it to observe your enemy. A good spyglass will provide you with a fine tactical overview regarding the presence of musketeer units on your opponent's vessel, for instance. Enemy musketeers can mow down a lot of your men on the deck, so be sure to give them a whiff of grape shot before boarding. Holy Jesus, this is frightening, but I guess I must be ready for anything. You'll learn, I have no doubt about that. Since you're going to be the captain and a ship owner, I will show you one major piece of great importance, the harbor office. Follow me. Whew, this is one hell of a tutorial dialogue. A lot of good information, though. I mean, I'm getting excited about the game, to seeing all the systems and how they're all working. A lot of games won't have this complexity, right? They make things dumbed down and simple, and I like the more complex games normally, as long as everything works well and you know, the systems are balanced. That's the important parts for me. So I think he said we're going to the shipyard. This will be interesting to see. Okay, this is it. At the harbor office, you can find job offers, freights for large merchantmen, and convoy escort duty for warships. If you own a fast packed packet ship, they might offer you a courier job. I recommend earning some trust here. If you do your job well several times, they will trust you with more complicated and better paying contracts. You may also inquire about other captains and leave your excess ships here in storage for safekeeping. Open-end storage, just don't forget to pay. Well, the city gates are closed, so there's another topic I'd like to tell you about. The gates lead to the jungle. Follow me and I will tell you about stealth actions and fencing. Do you mind? Not at all, this tutorial's great. Follow me then. This guy kind of looks like Jean-Luc Picard, just a little bit in the face. Alright, the city gates lead straight to the jungles of the island interior. By the day, they are guarded by 2 soldiers who check everyone entering the city, and at night they are off duty. Therefore, there are 2 ways to get inside. First, you can drop the anchor in port and disembark on the pier. Second, if you want to be sneaky, you may land on some other bay or shore on the island and travel through the jungle to the city gates. Sometimes you will have to visit Spanish colonies, so remember We are at war with the Spanish, so don't even think about sailing into their port without a Spanish flag raised. Otherwise, the port will open fire immediately and turn your ship into matchwood. You'll need to master special skills and exercise caution in order to get inside hostile settlements. Know that the only way to safely drop an anchor in Spain in a Spanish port is to learn a skilled name, raise the Spanish flag, or raise the Dutch flag. Such tricks require time and expertise to learn. Raising the flag doesn't mean merely raising some yellow and red flag, but conducting various masking measures to blend in. Chances of success deception depends on the level of stealth skill, class, and number of ships in your fleet. It's easy to make a simple, small slope seem like a Spanish vessel. The same cannot be said about 5 frigates aimed armed to the teeth. If you're unable to trick the fort guards and port officers, you should consider sneaking through the town's gates as I mentioned before. Wait until night to avoid guards and enter, avoiding any soldiers patrolling in the city, especially at night. Find a tavern, rest there until the morning, and go about your business. Don't fight soldiers if you're compromised. Run into an empty house and lose them, and stay there for half an hour. This will make them stop hunting you. Sneaky, isn't it? If you aren't up to the bravado, buy a trading license from the Dutch. It will spare you the trouble of sneaking around hostile territories and allow you to sell in openly. A trading license? What is that? A document you can get at the headquarters of Dutch West India Company. A sign of your peaceful intentions. This paper will allow you to enter any port until the terms have expired. But there are some downsides. First, the company has special rules and demands that any captain willing to buy the license must follow. Second, it costs a lot. And last and the worst, you'll need a raisin flag skill to land at ports. Otherwise, you'll be shot on sight by the fort's heavy cannons. Where's the company headquarters? Wilmanstead on Caraco. If you want to buy a license, go there. They will give you the details. Things are so messed up here. Trading with the Spanish while we're at war? Don't be upset, my friend. You shall learn. Now let's practice fencing. Sounds good. Alright, finally some combat. My friend, I believe you know how to hold a sword. Ah, of course I know. I was taught by the very best fencer in Paris. Good for you. Let me teach you some theory first. There are 3 types of cold steel, light, medium, and heavy. Each type requires different skills and abilities to master, so you will have to learn them separately. Every class has its benefits and drawbacks. Light weapons include foils and rapiers, have low stamina requirements, but deal the least amount of damage. A heavy weapon, such as an axe, can kill with a single blow, though it will exhaust your stamina quickly, and you may have to rest in between strikes. Medium weapons, sabers, or cutlasses are the middle ground, combining good weight and damage potential. There are several fencing moves and tricks at your disposal. Thrust attack, chopping attack, heavy attack, and group attack. You can also parry, feign, and block. Thrust attacks is the fastest move, requires the smallest amount of stamina to perform, and is excellent for long rapiers. It's mostly useless for axes. The chopping axe is quite versatile, has decent speed, significant loss of stamina, is good for sabers, broadswords, and axes, but not very effective with rapiers. The heavy attack is dealt from above and is an excellent choice for the axes. Will work fine for short sabers and cutlasses, yet rapiers are simply not designed for such movements. This attack will drain a huge amount of stamina. It is slow, but will deal crippling damage and annoy your enemy's blocks. Blocking is useless against heavy attacks, and experienced opponents will always have a chance to break your block. Parrying is much better. It opens up your opponent for attacks and forces him to lose stamina. Several successful parries, and your opponent completely loses his initiative and is forced to defend himself while you have full advantage. Feigns are tricky and risky. Fooling your opponent and immediately dealing him a quick thrust requires only a little loss of stamina, but you must be concentrated, attentive, and in rhythm of the fight. Mastering this move will demand a lot of practice from you, but it is rewarding. Even professional duelists and masters of sword will fall by your hand. In order to maximize damage from every type of attack, you must use the right weapon for each. The thrust attack will perform best with long, heavy, straight rapiers or swords, with the balance from 0 to 0.5. Long, curved cutlasses or sabers with a balance of 1.5 to 2 are excellent for chopping the heavy attacks. A heavy axe with a balance of 2.0 is perfect for heavy attacks, but such a weapon will require a lot of stamina and skills to use. The group attack isn't worth being your primary move. It's rather defensive, but a curved, light, long cutlass with a balance of around 1.25 will work wonders against groups of enemies around you. Finally, the best weapon for feign is a dagger. Consider making this move your specialty. The weight of the weapon determines how much stamina it will require for any attack move, and it also affects the damage. Remember that finding your perfect weapon may take some time, and working on your fighting style will take even more. The complicated things, a decent fighter can take down a few poorly trained fools together in open, but if there are a dozen scoundrels coming at you, avoid being surrounded at all costs. Run away, find yourself a corner, some stairs, doorways, whatever. Force them to fight you one by one or two against one. They will slice you up in a second if you make a mistake. So force them to play on your terms. Don't lose initiative and watch your stamina. Though I've heard about special Indian potion which allows masters of sword and axe to kill 5 or 6 enemies at once with a few group attacks. A special potion? Yeah, okay. Whatever that is. Mixture of whatever they called it. An ancient Indian recipe. Ask merchants. Someone may sell it to you. Okay. If you need to fix a small wound, use a healing essence. Serious hits can be treated with a healing elixir. Healing mixtures, rum, and wine also restore your health. An antidote and a mixture will do fine if you're poisoned. I also recommend ginger root. It will wonderfully freshen your breath. It also heals without any side effects, unlike essences and elixirs. Side effects. Essences and elixir mixtures damage your health. As I mentioned in the beginning of our small tour, it's bad. Bad health will cause drops in your skill level. It will decrease the total amount of health points and stamina. Sleeping, sex, and rare potions called the Tears of Ishchel restore health if it's not ruined completely. If it's too late, visit a priest. They will help you for free. I see. What can you tell me about handguns? Not much to say. Point and shoot. Use grape shot if there are several enemies. Get a musket or a rifle. Deadly damage, and you can always hit people with a butt stock. I also heard about a blubberbuss type musket which shoots grenades, but I've never seen it. I just noticed. Where's your sword? I fear that our lesson must be delayed. How did you end up without a weapon, Charles? Royal son of a bitch in a fancy suit took it from me as an advance on my brother's debt. Do you have an extra sword for me? I will return it after the lesson is over. You're lucky. I do have an extra sword. I was going to sell it, but lucky you, I was delayed. On guard. I don't want to waste any potions that you have. We are not going to kill each other. Okay. Can you block? The strike group is that one. Lunge and parry. Heavy attack. Oh, the middle. There we go. Fencing mode. I won! Move faster. Parry my stabs. Jump back. A rematch? Okay. I won again. Don't lose your initiative. Catch my hits or feint them. If you see that I'm going to hit hard, jump away or parry. Don't just guard again. Well, how do you guard? I don't see a guard option. There's a strike and a group attack. Damn it! Alright, well, that's going to take some practice. Alright, so I found the port office here. We're going to talk to this person next. What can I do for you? I have business with you. What do you want? Sir, I'm looking for a job, but not a porter job. Something more suitable for my rank. Mission service with delicate matters. I will take any assignment you have. I'm doing fine, thanks be to God. That was hard to say. But one of my friends is in really need of help, and it's urgent. He's going to enter the jungle alone to fight the Indians. This is an absolute madness. I tried to reason with him, was begging him, but he didn't listen. He worries too much about his daughter and is ready to give his life for her. Hang on, let's start again. Who's your friend? Where can I find him? And what kind of help does he need? My pardon, I'm just too anxious. His name is Prosper Trubel. He's going to die for sure, and I can't help him. I'm not a soldier. His daughter is missing, and he believes that the local Indians are responsible. Imagine that he plans to go after the wild savages on his own. They will cut him to pieces, and this moment he is buying a musket and getting ready to go out to the selva. You're a miserable storyteller, sir. Where can I find your friend? What is his name? Prosper? What was his name? Prosper? I just talked with him, and he was trying to make him change his mind. He's not far from here. Near the well. It's left from the door. Speak to him and do something. He won't get away from the jungle alone. I'm sure in that. Redskin devils will tear his heart from his chest. Blessed Mary, pray for us. Alright, well, we got a mission. Okay, I thought maybe he could also give me my ship, but that's not happening apparently. Yes. What do you need? I have no time for conversation, so be brief. You are Prosper Truebell, aren't you? Yes, that's me, but you have the advantage of me. Please inform me who you are and what the hell you want. My name is Charles, and I've been sent to you by Nicholas, the harbor master. He said that you needed help urgent. My God, yes, that rascal of a commandant didn't even hear my complaint. He's either too lazy or coward to help. Have you really came here to help me? If it's so, I won't leave you unrewarded. Yes, Prosper, tell me what happened and what I have to do to help. I've heard that your daughter disappeared. Yes, my daughter, Celine, I don't know, has been missing for 2 days. She went on a walk to the fort not far from here, but she did not return. So I went to the fort myself, and soldiers told me that she had never been there. But then on my return, I was attacked by 2 savage Indians. They leapt upon me with clubs and tried to beat me. But as I am no kitten, so I punched one in the face, brought me enough time to draw my pistol and shoot. I missed, but scared them away. I managed to reach the city gates and told the guards about the attack. They ran to the jungle, but the savages were already long gone. I'm sure that they were responsible for Celine's disappearance. Besides, on top of that, 2 more people have disappeared for the last week. Caesar and Gilbert. Alright, one was heading to the bay, another to Lafrencius. They've never returned. So the Indians have been attacking townsfolk right at the city gates. That's unbelievably bold. In the meantime, I went out to the jungle myself to look for her and found a cave north of the city. I found the bastards are squatting in there. I saw several Indians at the entrance, but some of them must be inside too. I heard a girl screaming. It was my Celine, I'm sure of it. It was her voice. It took all my restraint not to run in right then and there. The odds were not in my favor, and they would have butchered me, so I'm no use to her dead. But why on earth are they attacking and taking townspeople as prisoners? I don't know. Maybe to sell them to pirates or slavers. Maybe they'll just eat them alive. They are savages, after all. Dear God in heaven, are they cannibals? I thought they were. Just stories to scare children in Europe. Stories, well, some men like you thought the same until the cribs had them cooked on fire and eaten. So I immediately addressed the commandant and requested a permanent raid to save my Celine. He refused. He said that the girls are missing. They probably ran off with a boy, not Indians. He suggested I search for her in the local haylofts. And as for the 2 others missing, he said that one of them was under suspicion of smuggling, and the other is probably drinking to death in the tavern. To sum it up, I've achieved nothing and decided to act on my own. What are you intending to do? I will go there and kill every last one of those red bastards. I only hope that Celine still lives. As you can see, I bought a musket, and I know how to shoot. Paid a lot of coin for it, so don't give a damn. My mission will be much easier if you will accompany me. Together we can finish the savages without much trouble. If you can watch my back while I reload. You help me save my daughter? Of course, it'd be a matter of honor. I just can't allow a girl to die by knife from some savages. Alright. That will simply not do. I'll wait for you until evening. I advise you to grovel at the feet of our governor and beg for assistance. Grovel at the feet, huh? Well, as you wish. Alright. I don't like how they're treating the Indians. I mean, I know that's like the time period here, but I don't like it. I hope they're wrong and really the Indians are trying to help and something else. Oh, Jew, sir. I guess I must apologize for treating you so sternly, but you must understand I must take care of our national security. Of course, Your Grace, in the end, this eventually settled up. And still, I would like to make amends. Here, please take this sword, this pistol, and this light armor. It's my gift to you. I believe you'll find the things quite useful. Thank you. Sending that they bleed me white, that would come in very handy. Nobleman of a nobleman, you can see for yourself what a terrible situation I'm in. Well, Charles, here. Keep this sacred amulet for good luck. Can't help anymore, though. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad I begged a little harder here. Got a holy water amulet. Alright. Let's see what our inventory holds. Got a pistol. With that. Go low. Equip that. The corset. With that. Amulet of holy wear. Significantly increases character's health. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Ready. Oh wait, where'd my guy go? Well, did you get yourself a weapon? Got it. I'm ready to help you. I'm glad there's at least one courageous man in this town. Here, take these 3 vials. They are health-giving herbs. I bought them from our herbalist, and it can be substantial to help you in battle. Don't worry, I've got more. Are you ready? Yes. How do I... Is there a way to put this on like a hotbar? Okay, we'll just keep them. As long as my health is bad.
Alright, so if you go back into the jungle, eventually you can go to this area
away from him. That's our plan.
I think it was like 3 loading screens
defense me.
I finally found the cave, and then here are the bad guys. And I'm basically supposed to keep them off of him while he shoots them with the gun, which I didn't do a great job of here. The fencing, I'm not a huge fan of the combat, the fencing so far, but maybe it'll get better once I understand a little bit more. But this is me kind of speeding it up and fighting it, and
awesome.
I'll show you a little bit more of what it looks like.
To it first. Well done, Charles. Those pagan savages will murder no more. Now for the main event. He wants me to basically stop them at the entrance. Let them shoot him. Let him shoot them. So there's different attacks. So as you can see, I'm hitting for damage. It's kind of hard to tell if you're blocking. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe just the group that we're fighting, right? Like, it's low level. You just swing into your out of stamina, basically. It's kind of what maybe is supposed to happen. Alright, so I ended up killing all the bad people in the cave. And there was 2 survivors left, Celine and then Gilbert here. And they're basically thanking me. They were going to eat them, apparently. Now I need to escort them back to the city. Chest was empty, which is kind of lame. My deepest thanks once again, Charles. Now let's make our way back to town. The life of my daughter is priceless, immeasurable by any amounts of money, but I want to thank you by giving you what's left in my savings. As soon as we get to St. Pierre, I will gladly give them to you, and don't even think of refusing. You are a true Christian knight, Charles. Already halfway back, and they ran back to me. Seems silly. So, not a huge fan of the combat system, at least for the fencing so far. Kind of lame, to be honest. Now, if the rest of the game is good, I can kind of overlook it. I mean, it's not like that bad, but not anything fun or really engaging. Really hard to tell when you're parrying, if you even are, and some other things. It's just kind of swing, 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 let your stamina build up, swing, swing, swing again. Now, it could be there's more to the system. Those guys are just low level, so it didn't really matter, you know. So we'll see. We'll let it play out. I think I'm almost back. There it is. Then open your door. No, come through. They did not. wonder where he is. Like, where'd I get my money? Oh, there. Let me express to you my profound gratitude. One more for saving me, Monsieur. As I promised, I've added my verbal gratitude, material gratitude in the form of silver pesos and gold doubloon. I'm glad that everything turned out for the best, Gilbert. Can't even imagine how happy I am. So got 3,000 of those and 20 doubloons. That's awesome. Good luck, Gilbert. All right. Here we are, Charles. I thank you again for your help and this modest sum of pesos and gold doubloons to my word. I suggest you don't waste the money and hold on to them for special occasions. I know that this is not much money for a service that you've granted me, but it's far from the bottom of my heart. A husband like you would do her well. All she does is get chased around town by a bunch of skinny-legged, chinless flops. Such a damn pity that every last one of them often disappeared somewhere. Good riddance to them. Good luck, Charles. Oh, well, I mean, you haven't paid me. Be getting married to me the payment. Alright, so we got that done. We need some money. We did the combat a little bit. I think next up is getting our ship. But I think this is a great spot to end the first video. This is a pretty long video. This is what the game looks like. The engine, obviously not the best movement system. I kind of struggle with that, as you can see. But like I said, if the game can have faults. It's a made by a small indie team. If the rest of the game is good and it kind of fulfills all those other gaps that we have with the other pirate games, this could be a really fun game. So I'm still gonna play it and check it out and see what it has to offer here. And I'm excited to see what happens once I get my ship, what sea combat looks like, and all that. So, alright everybody, thanks for watching the video. Again, this is Caribbean Legend. It's available on Steam, and this is the story mode. There is a free sandbox mode you can check out yourself. I definitely recommend you do that before you make the purchase. But what you've seen today is all the story mode version, which is going to be the paid version that's coming out on February the 15th. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a great day.